On today's show, we look at a visit from NPR.
We talk about changes coming to Goshen College.
And finally, we look at a downtown theater building on its status. All that and more on this episode of the Globe News Report.
Welcome to the Globe News Report. I'm Nathan Pauls.
And I'm Katie Spohr. The first story we have for you today is on Tom Gjelten's visit to Goshen College. Zach Begley has more with the story.
NPR religion and belief correspondent Tom Gjelten came to Goshen College on Monday, January 28th to speak with the college and the community as the Yoder Public Affairs Lecturer for 2019. Globe News not only sat down with him before the speech, but also talked with attendees on the lecture afterwards.
This is kind of the white Anglo-Saxon heartland of the United States. So, if you look at the religious landscape in different parts of the country, you're going to see different things. In the South, you're going to see much more of a kind of an evangelical sort of flavor. In the Northeast, you're going to see a lot of kind of old Episcopalian, sort of well-established congregations. In the West, you're going to get a lot more kind of New Age kind of stuff, new religion, or even people who are secularists. Here in, in the Midwest and the upper Midwest, a much more traditional, largely Protestant religious foundation. Sort of the background of this is that in the last 50 years, America has become much, much more multicultural than it was in the first 150 years of its history. Right now, for example, about 9 out of 10 immigrants coming to this country are coming from outside Europe. Prior to like 1965, the vast majority of immigrants to the United States were coming from Europe. So we have become, in the last 50 years, a far less European country and a much more of a world country.
I'm here with Goshen College President Rebecca Stoltzfus. President Stoltzfus, can you talk to us a little bit about what you thought about Gjelten speaking today?
I really appreciated his talk. I thought he was very fluent in the issues. I learned a lot about the history of immigration. There's so much going on in immigration currently that we sometimes forget where we've come from as a nation and legislatively on this issue. So I was really glad to be educated on those things.
What did you think a little bit about the talk here from Tom Gjelten this evening?
Oh, I loved it, and hearing that voice on radio for many years, and so now to get to see him in person, and so from this point forward, I'll listen to him differently, probably because I got to hear him live, yeah. The things I appreciated, his long perspective on some of these immigration issues have been here from the very beginning.
For Globe News, I'm Zach Begley.
When we return, we will take a look at the updates coming to Goshen College's campus.
Goshen College students enjoy an amazing success record, and we have some impressive numbers to prove it. But stories of our graduates say even more, like developing a breakthrough antiviral drug for HIV/AIDS, writing #1 hits, being named one of Time Magazine's most influential people in the world for cancer research, and enjoying a broadcast career right out of college. They all started with a real-world education on a campus that makes everyone feel at home. See how the numbers add up and schedule your campus visit today at goshen.edu/visit.
The Union Building on Goshen College's campus is getting a makeover. I sat down with the director of the Union renovation, Glenn Gilbert, to find out more about the changes that we can expect. The Goshen College campus has welcomed a construction team for the next few months, as the Union Building will be undergoing some major changes. Glenn Gilbert, the project manager of the Union renovation, said that the Union Building is well overdue for a remodel.
The building was built 70 years ago, and we've done lots of renovations to parts of it, but the west corridor and the snack shop or leaf raker haven't been renovated. The leaf raker underwent a renovation about 35 years ago, but they didn't change the windows, they didn't change the heating system, It hasn't been air conditioned since the day it was built.
Jeremy Corson, resident director for AVI Food Systems, has been waiting a long time for the newly defined leaf raker, and he is thrilled that it will soon be open to the public as well as Goshen College students.
It'll be completely different. It'll have the same shape, you know, on the outside, but inside it'll be just a little bit different aesthetically. The ceilings are raised. There'll be a coffee bar. There'll be a smoker outside that we're going to smoke for the dining hall plus smoke for in here, and the menu's changed. This is going to be the best kept taco place and barbecue place in Goshen. Like it's like a secret, but you know, I want everybody to know, but it'll be the best kept secret, but it won't really be a secret, you know what I mean?
An art gallery will be one of the newest additions to the Union building, and Corson believes that the gallery will draw in the public to test out the newest taco place in town, otherwise known as the Leaf Raker.
So how the Union renovation will draw more people from the community is going to happen through a couple of different ways. One, through the art exhibit and the new admissions entrance, and two, through the food service. Once they come in to see the new art, or they come in just inquiring about classes and students coming here and all that's important for Goshen College, they'll smell what we're cooking down here.
The Hunsberger Haitian Art Collection will be the third art exhibit on campus, and Goshen College art student Diana Campos agrees that this gallery will tie the campus to the rest of the Goshen community.
I believe that this will be a very vibrant and engaging space for many students and the public.
Gilbert, project manager of the renovation, expects this project to be complete in a few months.
We're hoping by the time school starts that everything will be put in order, and we're pretty optimistic that schedule's achievable. So.
For Globe News, I'm Katie Spoor. Coming up next, a downtown theater looks to become a focal point in Goshen. Stay tuned to the Globe News Report.
So you just graduated from Goshen College? What experiences prepared you for this job?
Where do I begin?
The Goshen Theater aims to be a revived presence in the community. Zach Bagley with the report.
The end of January 2019 marked the recognition of the Goshen Theater's Next Act campaign with Goshen Theater Week. We at Globe Media talked with Managing Director Amber Burgess and Board Member Marcia Yost about the changes that will be coming to the Goshen Theater and how that will affect the theater's relationship with the community.
There have been a lot of significant changes in the way the Goshen Theater is being utilized and the ways that programming are being utilized and the community access to the building. There have been a lot of those changes in the last even 6 months. One of the things that I would like to see, especially with students and folks in the area, like there's 3 different ways for people to support Goshen Theater. Like you can donate money, which everybody knows that that's a way to support the theater, right? You can donate. You can volunteer here, which is wonderful. We love having new volunteers, and you can sign up for all of that stuff on goshentheater.org. But one of the coolest ways to support Goshen Theater is just to come to an event.
The revitalization is very important because it's kind of a central hub point in our community. It is a place where we hope people will begin to think of as something that they can look at to do something. Well, we are currently in the Next Act Phase 1 campaign. We're excited. It was a $5.2 million campaign. At this point in time, we have raised all the funds we need for the actual capital project. We're in the process, though, still of raising $1 million for the foundation for the sustainability. One thing that I really know, having been a lifelong Goshen resident, is how important this theater has been to Goshen and Goshen's growth since it was built back in the early 1900s.
To get more information about the Next Act campaign, to get involved, or to find out more about upcoming events, you can go to GoshenTheater.com. For Globe News, I'm Zach Begley.
When I return, I will sit down with General Manager Jason Samuel, next on the Globe News Report. I'm Nathan Pauls, and I'm here with General Manager of 91.1 The Globe, Jason Samuel. How you doing today, Jason?
Great. I'm really happy to be here, Nathan.
Globe Media is launching its new website on Monday. What can people expect to find on it?
First and foremost, the best stories in the greater Goshen community. We're excited to be able to present stories in a lot of different formats, whether it's an audio form, like a podcast, or just a story that we're also airing on 91.1 The Globe, video components. You'll also have shorter pieces that might be written, or some photographs, and just a great place to catch up on our social media, and a landing page for Goshen College and the Goshen community.
Globe TV is officially launching on Monday. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, I can tell you that you're going to be seeing a lot of the studio, not just what we have behind us here, but also behind the scenes in the control room. And we're going to be inviting the community in, as well as folks from on campus. It's a great opportunity for young people, if they're interested in convergent media, storytelling on different platforms, to come and check out what we have.
There will be an open house to introduce the studio and things like that. Could you tell us a little bit about that event that's coming up also on Monday?
Sure, Monday at 3 o'clock till 5. It's kind of a drop-in, come and go as it works out for you. And you'll be able to meet the staff, so people will be able to see you up close and personal, as well as all of our crew and anchors and people behind the scenes working the various jobs. Meet the executive producer, Kyle Huffer, myself, other people from the comm department, the chair, Dwayne Stolzfus, and ask us kind of what it's like to be part of Globe Media.
Globe Media as a whole is just now starting out, but as looking into the future, what are some things that you have planned or expecting to happen?
Well, we're really excited for people to have the opportunity to tell a story in any way that they see best tells it. So in other words, sometimes a video story like we're doing right now is the best way to communicate the story we want to tell. Other times it might be through pictures or through written word. So that's the best thing about it. We're going to be able to give our audience and the people that are interested about particular content, that content in the best way possible.
All right. Thank you very much, Jason, for sitting down with me right here on the Globe News Report.
know it's tomorrow, right?
Katie, I'm really looking forward to Globe Media's future.
Me too. I mean, just what Jason Samuel just said in here, the website's launch is happening February 11th.
Yeah, so many new things. Speaking of just new things in general, just a little bit ago we had this crazy polar vortex, as they're calling it. What did you do on your days off?
I still had to host the morning radio show, The Breakfast Blend, on 91.1 The Globe. What did you do?
Well, hung out with my friends, just played some board games, things like that. But overall, just a very nice and chill time. So yeah, it was fun.
Chill indeed. I mean, it reached like -50 in wind chill.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have for you today on the show. Tune in next time for more on the Globe News Report.